as we have created the animation over the transform properties of star shape layer, but in this video we are going to create different shape layers like rectangle, polygon, hexagon. We will discuss their inner properties like fill, stroke, path option, etc. We will create triangle from polygon. We will also destructurize the star shape layer in a very interesting way. So stay tuned.
To create any layer, we make left click by remaining at the left side of timeline. We go over new shape layer. In this way our shape layer is ready to be created. We go over shape layer tool from toolbar. We press left click over shape layers tool. There are 5 ready-made shape layers: rectangle, rounded rectangle, ellipse, polygon and star shape layer tool. There is no ready-made triangle tool. There is no ready-made circular shape layer tool. So how can we create these layers? Stay tuned. We are going to discuss all of these problems. We select any desired shape layer tool. Here we are selecting rectangle shape layer tool. If we want to cover all of the composition panel with the rectangle tool, we press double click over rectangle tool. In this way, rectangle shape layer covers all of the composition. Here we can decrease the shape layer size. If we don't want to create such kind of large shape layer, then we can create rectangle shape layer by just dragging this arrowhead. Here we can rename this shape layer by pressing enter from keyboard. To drag this shape layer, we press V or selection tool. Now we can drag this shape layer over any part of composition. There is an important note for you. If you are creating a new shape layer, then deselect all of the shape layers, all of the layers like this. Here we don't have any selected layer. So in this way, if you go over shape layer tools, now you can create any shape layer, any selected shape layer by just dragging this arrowhead. In this way, our layers does not created within a layer. What mean by this? Here we have selected our rounded rectangle shape layer. Now we create another shape layer. Just see, when we created any layer by having a selected layer, the new layer become the part of selected layer, just like this ellipse. Now these two different shape layers are the part of one layer. For example, here we change the scale properties. Just see, scaling properties are changing simultaneously. But if we want to change their scaling properties separately, for this purpose we open its inner properties. To separately change the scaling properties of ellipse, we open transform properties of ellipse. Now we can change scaling properties separately. This was an important note for you in this video. There is another important note. How can we create circular shape layer when we don't have ready-made circular shape layer from toolbar? For this purpose we select ellipse tool. Here see, we are creating now ellipse shape layer, but we want to create circular shape layer. To create circular shape layer, you should keep pressing shift by creating circular shape layer. Now we discuss other properties like path, roundness, stroke, fill, inner transform properties, etc. Keep in mind we are not discussing adding any extra properties. Like if we go over add, here we can add any properties like merge path, offset. These are all properties we will discuss in some next upcoming videos. Here we can change size of rectangle shape layer separately. If we unlock this chain, now we can change separately y values and x values. These are x values and these are y values. So we can also create square shape layer by unchecking this chain. We can also change the position values separately from this place. Here we can also change the roundness of this shape layer. From the inner properties of stroke, we can also change the color of this shape layer by just clicking over this color bar. This is a much convenient way to change the color of layers. Stroke. Here we can also create animation over the colors. For example, here we click over the stopwatch of color. At 00 seconds, we have the stroke color with white. We go over 2 seconds. Now we change the color of stroke from white to blue. Now we have created the animation over the color changing. So this is much better way to select to change the colors of stroke or fills. Here we can also change the opacity values. We also create animation over opacity values. There is much interesting thing is we can change the stroke width from this option. We can also change the stroke into dashes, just like this. In new version of After Effects, we have taper option. This is a little bit advanced level tool. We will discuss about this tool in some next videos. Here we can also change the fill color. The main focus of this video was how can we create shape layers. We must keep unselected all of the layers if we want to create a separate layer, a separate shape layer. The next main thing was how can we create circular shape layer and triangle shape layer. To create triangle shape layer, we go over polygon shape layer. We go over points from polystar path. Here we can create our desired shape layer. If we keep 3 points, then our triangle will be created. If we increase the points of this polygon from 3 to 4, our square layer become created. Now if we want to create hexagonal, keep points at 6. We can create much better, interesting things by playing these two values, especially outer roundness. We can also change the points of star shape layer, but the points of star shape layer will be also in star shape layers. For example, here we have set points of star shape layer at 4. Here we don't have any rectangle shape layer or square layer. This is also a star shape layer. But now if we change the type of shape layer from star to polygon, this become a square layer. Now we can create interesting things by playing these different values like inner radius, inner roundness, outer roundness. It is all about for this video. It was a basic video for the creation of shape layers.